Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Iowa Speedway. I'm Kendall Kerr, joined as always by Dylan Body. And Dylan Body, this is going to be a great show for him tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a super fun one here. We're here back at Iowa. Super fun here a couple weeks ago in the Premier Series. Super excited to see what all these new development guys are going to do tonight. And we got a few new faces in the field. Big field here tonight. I'm really excited to see what we can get into.
Yeah, originally, I know you and I were both planning on running this race, but Mr. Wedgwood run into a little bit of internet connection issues up there in the woods of Mitchell, Indiana. So it'll be me and you running down the orders tonight, and I can't complain. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, we're a little bummed for you, man. We wish you could be out there. You know, you were gonna certainly put on a show for us here, but we're still having a little bit of a battle here qualifying. We got the pole right now being decided by 1/1000th of a second tentatively with a few minutes to go here in the qualifying session.
And first and foremost, got to apologize for the little bit of the technical difficulties we had last week with the Charlotte Roval. But I know in part of that race, we did go through one of the new rule changes. Actually, one of our members, Scott McCarris, come up with the idea of having all the development series guys start up front to give the premier guys a little bit more of a challenge to work their way through the field. And I think that paid huge dividends last week as we saw quite a show. Guys like James McKee, Scott Wheeler working their way through the field. We're going to see the same thing tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be certainly a lot of fun. And we have a few of our premier drivers forgot about the rule and actually went out and took qualifying time. So they're going to have to be the back behind all of the guys who didn't get to take qualifying time. So it's going to be really fun to watch some guys like it's looking like maybe DJ Stagner, Tyler Snyder, a couple of these other guys might be really making a hard charge from the back.
So the series thus far, we went caution-free at Michigan, where Tyler Snyder dominated that race. The following week, we had USA International, where Alan Kunman dominated it, but it was kind of a caution fest. Then we had the most exciting race probably in Highline Racing League history at Atlanta, with Stagner and Curtis Granger coming to the line side by side. And then last week, of course, the Roval dominated by one of your own drivers, Victor Valley. So this will be the first race of the second half of the season. It is Alan Kunman leading the points thus far, but I know a lot of these development regulars are trying to make a name for themselves so they can reach a promotion point for next season in the Premier Series.
Yeah, for sure. I can tell you right now, Victor Valley, he missed the race, so he's got a little bit of a disadvantage, but he's going to do everything in his power to come up here and get that championship from Allen. He's been talking all week about it in our little meetings and sessions that we've had, and I think he's really going to make a run for it tonight. You can see he's got a lot of speed. He was fastest car in practice. Didn't quite have the speed on the fresh, cold tires on the qualifying lap, but still right there, and I think he'll be really interesting to watch. The real thing for me, I think, is going to be when these premier guys catch him and the tires are a little worn out. That's going to be the real the test of who I think you'll see the guys that are going to be ready for that promotion. It will be the guys that can hold off all these hard chargers coming from the back once they're on even tires and these guys are breathing down their neck.
So Iowa Speedway, we've got the 7/8 of a mile track. Drives kind of like a short track, but also kind of like an intermediate. Lots of side-by-side racing. You can run the top, you can run the middle, you can run the bottom. It's what makes this place so fun, but you've got to be careful on exit of 2 and the exit of 4 with that throttle.
Yeah, for certain. If you get, in your position too, there's a few places where you can get your tires laid on the seam on the upper end of the track, and you can really be a little more loosey goosey with the throttle or whatever you want to call it, and you can really send it off the corner. But if you're not on those exact spots, man, and you get on the throttle just a touch too early, you're going around. Now, luckily, we got a lot of apron room and a lot of extra track, so you can usually save it and hopefully not bring out the yellow and damage your car. But certainly watch for people spinning off of 2 and 4 on this first couple laps till we get these tires warmed up. It's going to be something really exciting if it happens, and really unfortunate for the drivers if it happens.
Well, they're already lining up side by side, getting ready to get going here. Before we do, let's go through the finishing results here of qualifying. It was DJ Stagner taking the pole tonight by, like you mentioned, 1/1000th of a second over Victor Valley. Nice qualifying effort again from Adam Bossy, who's third. Dylan Smith's going to be to his outside at fourth. Jonathan Noss is going to be fifth with Will Reichert sixth. Tyler Snyder's going to get the EOL. He did qualify 7th. So it'll be Trevor Hook moving up with newcomer Scott McCarris in 9th. 10th is going to be Grayson Trexler tonight.
All right, and then we got Brad Kress, it looks like, in 11th place, Tyler Rush, and then Dalton, I'm hoping I don't mispronounce your name. I'm assuming it's Buer.
Yep, beer.
Matt Owens here in the 48 car. We like that car here. That's one of mine. We got Jeff Morash, Steve Rada, Daniel Clark, Jacob Benke, Dylan Poteet as the last car to take time. And then we get into the Premier Series drivers where we're going to have Scott Zellner, Corey Blevins, Connor Holden, Ryan Potter, Patrick Green, Alan Kunman, Andrew Thomas Baker, Ty Smith, Andy Siegel, and Dylan Wedgwood in some sort of random assortment. And another thing that I'm being infoed from some of the drivers in the driver chat is DJ has started a Premier Series race, so I believe he needs an EOL as well.
Yeah, that's actually correct, but it's going to be interesting because he's kind of one of those drivers that falls through the cracks. He started some Premier races, but he isn't actually a full-time driver, so...
Yeah, that's what I said to everybody, and then I got some backlash about the rule book says any driver who starts in the Premier Series.
I don't think he'll have a problem working his way through the field.
No, I certainly don't think it'll be an issue. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give these big Premier guys moved out of the starting lineup here.
So we've got a daytime race here at Iowa. It's pretty likely you'll probably see a nighttime version of this track next season on the Development Series schedule. Toby and I are big fans of this track. It just puts on such a heck of a show. To me, it's about as close as you can get to driving on a dirt track on asphalt, just with the way it races, with such throttle control on those exits of the corners and being able to cross people over and, sliding up the track on exit and having the person get the big run from the high side, able to cross them over for the next turn. They're going to make one more lap around here. BJ going with a different paint scheme tonight. Hadn't seen him in that one yet. Victor, of course, in the Bobby Allison updated version. And Adam Bossy in his Respawn car. I know he's got a few different color version of that. Oh, there is Stagner.
Sorry there, Kendall. I had to. I was down there getting the opinion of our other co-admin and co here in the race. There, Alan was kind of in agreement with us. I feel bad for DJ. DJ was trying to run for points in this series, but the rule book is a little bit black and white, and might need a little tweak before the next season.
That's all right. He will work his way back up there. He was fast in practice.
Yeah, he said he has no problem. He is full confidence he'll get back up there.
Well, the pace car's down, and we're ready to go. Victor Valley trying to pick up right where he left off at the Roval. He's going to take the green flag from the pole position.
Yeah, and he's going to get up in front of Dylan Smith here and clear himself down into the corner. Now we got to just hope he holds on this slick exit off turn 2.
Smith slides up in front of Will Reichert there. It looks like Adam Bossy took it pretty conservative back there. And we've already got guys side by side still. So we're looking right now at Scott McCarris, Jonathan Noss, and Tyler Rush in a big battle right now. And both of your cars side by side again, Matt Owens and Steve Rada.
Yeah, whole lot of blue back here running in circles.
As they're 3 wide entering the corner, we see Dalton Beer make a move. And there's Scott Zellner already working his way up through the field.
Yeah, lots of moving around, lots of 2 wide, a couple of 3 wide, lots of movers and shakers. You see the 2 and the 81 both working their way right behind Zellner through all the traffic back here.
And Brad Kress looks fast in the 29. I know he threw down a great practice lap. Didn't get the qualifying effort he was looking for, but he's holding that 29 car right on the bottom. I know we've seen him have some internet connectivity issues, but they've said he's got those ironed out.
And he's always fast. Connectivity's been his only real downfall. He definitely could have had a win, maybe
Steve
2 here early
loose
in the season. Yeah, Steve looked like he was a little out of shape there with that car behind him and the car under him. Lots of area to play around here. These cars, they're all weird, twisted sister bodies. Oh, look at the 38 there. Nice move. I don't know if you can see that, but he just went 3 wide and then down around and back up in front of Steve to the outside of Brad Kress.
Yeah, we were riding on board there with Steve. It sounded like Steve. Oh, hang on to it there, Dalton. Steve hit those bumps in 1 and 2 that shot him up the track a little bit because he's looking through the middle.
Yeah, these guys are not afraid to show all the different lanes you can run here at Iowa. This is super exciting racing. Steve's in a whole place he doesn't want to be right now. You can see him back out trying to get out of there.
Yeah, these guys have done a nice job sorting it out. I was wondering if somebody was going to be a little too eager on exit and spin it, but we've seen also that cautions don't necessarily get thrown here. You know, somebody spins down there to the inside.
Oh, Adam Bossy throwing a pass on the 7 car. The 7 car hit the crossover on him up a little further. We got an interesting battle up
wide.
there. Yeah, the 54 Grayson Trexler snuck into the picture real quick here, got in and capitalized, and now they got the 72 coming up behind him too. These guys are all under a blanket.
Victor Valley checking out up ahead. Adam Bossy ran second for a lot of that Charlotte Roval race. We didn't know what happened to him where he ended up 12th, but I guess it was a pit road speeding issue that cost him his race.
Yeah, I believe he said something about a penalty that got him into some trouble. He was pretty bummed out. He's been having a heck of a debut season here, certainly showing that he's going to be a guy to contend with over the seasons to come here at the Highline Racing League.
Yeah, Tyler Rush too. I think he made his first career start last week, and he was running third for a lot of the beginning part of that race. And here he sits third again.
Yeah, these guys are super impressive. A lot of these young, maybe not necessarily young, but new to the series guys have been very, very fast, very consistent. Not what you'd normally expect from a field of new guys when you open up a new series and give them all an opportunity to try and race in the Premier Series. But it's been really good. Really happy to have all these guys be a part of it with us.
I want to give a call to the 65 car of Scott McCarris. He's one of my buddies I know in real life, but this is his first career start in any league race, and he's currently sitting up there just minding his own business, running clean laps in 9th spot, ahead of all the mess behind him.
Yeah, I was talking to him a little bit before the race. He said his goals tonight were just kind of try and keep the fenders on this thing, keep it clean, and see where he could wind up. He ran a pretty top 5 to 10 range of lap time, and I told him, if you keep the fenders on it, man, I think you'll be fine. You can probably get an easy top 5 out of this thing if you just hold on to it. And he's certainly doing it.
Yeah, if you look right behind him, that's where the Hornet's Nest is right now. The 38 car Dalton Beer, 29 of Brad Kress, and Zellner trying to be careful there.
And
in
if
the
you look,
car.
This Hornet's Nest is it's about half of Series regulars and half Premier Series drivers here, so it's getting a little dicey.
We see Scott Zellner make a move top to bottom there. Oh, as Corey Blevins
Brad
goes
Kress
up
and
the
Blevins
track.
come together.
No!
Oh, Kress looks like he got to the wall but doesn't have damage.
Okay.
Hopefully they can get that thing fixed and it didn't ruin it for him. He was definitely fast.
That looked like Corey Blevins just come up the track ever so slightly. Got into him. That'll give these guys a chance to catch their breath, and it'll be a big break for all those Premier guys that started in the back as well. Now, Brad's not going to be happy.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be disappointed. That it seems like he always has some bad luck that comes his way, and if it's not connectivity, now here it looks like it might have been actually it might have been a connectivity issue. I'm not sure if they actually touch. No, it looks like contact over here on my end. I'm not sure what you're seeing.
Yeah, I did see some contact on my end.
Not a lot, but it doesn't take much here. Those cars are very unsettled and uncomfortable when you're off the throttle coming and, arcing down into these corners. And it doesn't take a lot to get you going sideways and get you around like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you a good
And Scott
replay.
McCarris at the last second cuts it hard left onto the pit road. I hope he made it.
Here's your replay of the crash here. Looks like Blevins pushes up just a tick and catches the 29 car. Brad Kress into the wall there. So that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get a word with Brad. He's muted, and I'm sure he's not going to be very happy, but we'll see what we can do here. Brad Kress, it's Kendall Kerr in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? Brad, you got a copy? It's Kendall and Dylan in the booth.
Doesn't seem like maybe he stepped away while the car is working out of here. He's just doing his breathing exercise. Make sure he get back in the car and get back out there.
Let's see if we can get a word with Corey Blevins. Corey Blevins, this is Kendall Kerr up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Corey, we saw you look like you got into the 29 there a little bit. Give us your perspective of what happened.
We just come together there. I don't know if it was net code or what it was exactly.
My end, it looks like a racing deal. I don't think it's either of you guys' fault. It looks like, you know, you
Yeah.
both just kind of drifted into each other's space where you couldn't see each other a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's kind of really hard to judge before watching it, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear
from
you
our
there.
up top, you guys touched, but like just ever so slightly, like literally
Yeah.
the rubber of your tire touched his door, and you know the cars are unsettled there, so it just came around on him.
Yeah.
How are the cars driving right now, Corey?
It's tighter than it was in practice. It's not too bad. It's just really gonna depend on, you know, tire management for the most part.
How is your fuel mileage?
I've not looked at that too much. I'm assuming we've got to pit at least once or twice in this race.
Yeah, usually 50% fuel in this series.
Yeah. So I'm saying probably at least once or twice. We get another caution, probably have to come in for fuel for sure, but didn't want to burn a set of tires there.
I forgot how long these caution laps are at Iowa. I don't know, for whatever reason, they're like 5 laps. So we get a little bit more time to talk to you, but what's the strategy here moving forward? How aggressive do you have to be moving through the field of development guys, but also trying not to, you know, overdo it and get yourself tore up?
Yeah, that's kind of the balance that you have to, you know, do I run low? Do I run high? Do I, you know, run behind this car to prevent others from passing me? It's just, you know, it's a balancing thing that you know, you've got to. I've won in these cars before, so we'll see if we can get another win.
Well, Corey, we always
in the development series. So.
We always appreciate you talking to us. Best of luck the rest of the way, and maybe we'll be talking to you here at the end.
All right, appreciate it. Thank y'all.
All right, Corey. Good luck.
Thanks.
And that's Corey Blevins, of course, of Blue Oval Motorsports. We appreciate him talking to us.
Yeah, always nice to get a nice little insight from someone who's running out there. And he was right there in that Hornet's nest, so he's definitely had a bird's eye view to all the action here tonight.
What paint scheme is Andrew Baker running tonight? It's definitely something different for him. It's pretty cool looking, though.
Looks like it's some sort of throwback to something or another. Very simple. It's got the Mustang decals on it this week. Looking good. Another blue oval car over there. Looks like D&D Home Services on the side there. Maybe it's a local brand that he's supporting here this week.
Well, either way, we're getting ready to go back green. We got Dylan Smith up high, Victor Valley down low. Of course, Adam Bossy and Will Reichert right behind those guys. Pace car is down. And this time, Victor goes pretty early, but Dylan Smith gets a much better restart than he did last time. We'll see if he's able to tuck right in.
And if you look back around about 10th, 11th place, Tyler Snyder somehow snuck his way up through the field without a lot of us really being aware, and he's in a whole gaggle of cars back there.
Holy cow, he is. You ain't kidding. He's right there. We just talked to Corey Blevins, and you had mentioned a couple guys pulled down the vents and got fresh tires.
Yeah, I saw a couple guys. Scott McCarris was one of them. I don't know if he had hurt the car maybe or wanted to check. Maybe he had a little damage he wanted to check out. But Dylan Smith here has got the run and is underneath Victor Valley. I don't know if he's going to quite be able to keep it as they go down the backstretch here. But he is all over Victor.
As far as you can possibly go in these cars without hitting the wall, and you know how these things
he's
are.
Looking like he might pay for it here. Dylan Smith gets a great run in the Pepsi 24 there, and he's not quite there yet, but it's not going to take him many more laps if he can keep that car straight.
Well, we've talked about it many times. I mean, this track provides great side-by-side racing, but it's very difficult to complete the pass.
Yeah, you can get up in and get the run. You can send it on someone. You can lay back on the outside and really run it against the wall and get a big run off. But it's really hard to clear somebody down these straightaways. I don't know what it is. This place is magical, though.
And Will Reichert's got a run at Dylan right now for second.
Yeah, he snuck up here. Those guys got side-by-side for a couple laps. And look, you know, we got Will. We got Adam Bossy both snuck in. Grayson Trexler's right behind them. You know, we're going to have a big battle for the lead here soon.
And Grayson looks like he might be having some internet issues. He's blinking pretty bad right now.
Here comes Dylan again with that run on. He's really good on the inside down there.
Will got a great run off the corner, and here comes the 7 car underneath Dylan Smith. Looking for second. Runs him up the track, but Dylan Smith pinches him down. It looked like DJ Stagner was coming off a pit road there, so...
Yeah, I believe DJ had a dropout issue early in the race.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunate for those guys. Oh, and Will and Dylan almost come together there.
He did a good job keeping it off, and that's going to give Adam Bossy a chance here.
And
Rossi maxing out early.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to push the issue too hard. They just
He's going to have a great run off this corner, though. You got to wonder now. Will able to hold on to the spot. Victor's loving everything he's seeing behind him.
Yeah, he's had Dylan breathing down his neck for a few laps, and then some of these other guys close in, gives Dylan something else to worry about. Victor can focus on trying to get away again. He's definitely not somebody to take it easy. I feel like Victor's always pushing every lap. He's one of those guys. He loves his like road car series, that kind of stuff. So he's all about pushing and getting everything he can out of it. So he's not taking it easy here. What worries me is the car team owner here. I hope he doesn't wear his stuff out and have some sort of catastrophic drop out here.
We see Will making another charge right now at Dylan Smith for second. I saw a bunch of guys 3 wide back there.
Yeah, it looks like we got some interesting racing going on. I'm going to go ahead and drop back through the field a little bit and take a look.
Let me know where I need to pan the camera. There we go, the 44 car.
44, yeah, he's in a good spot. One of our new
Alan
drivers with us this week. He's got a pretty car there, putting on a heck of a show, running consistently up here at these guys.
Connor Holden looking to make it 3 wide there.
That's a whole lot of yellow back there.
That is. Tyler Rush must have got tires.
Racing, sending on each other. And there's Dylan Wedgwood. You see that other yellow and black car there. Good to see him back after a few weeks being gone. Always good to see him back.
We were talking to him in the practice. He actually just bought a house. That's I think his wheel was at his old house, so that's why he couldn't, because he was planning on running full time in the Premier Series. But we had some contact up ahead there, like maybe right around the 38 car at Dalton Beer. Like somebody come up the track and maybe got into him a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Tony came together there in one of those corners.
These guys are 3 wide on exit.
And it looks like we might have some lag smoke coming from the 54 just ahead of these guys too. That might be something we're seeing too.
We're already over a quarter of the way through this race.
Yeah, this thing is going fast. It's a quick race. These guys long game flag runs. Everybody, I heard a lot of nervous chatter in the pre-race about Caution Fest, but that's what we don't expect it.
This big group of cars right here. This is why you start the Premier guys in the back.
Yeah, you get this. This is interesting. You know, if you want to get back to the front, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to wear your stuff out and then come up here and beat these guys.
Like Levins had to check up there. We see Connor Holden making moves through the middle. Tyler Snyder backed out of it.
Yeah, Tyler didn't like what he was seeing up here in this big old gaggle, so he got the heck out of the way real quick there. He was right up in the thick of it right there. And up front, I know the 7 has finally gotten around Dylan Smith and cleared him, and then they have settled out. They all got about 8 to 10 car lengths between each other, maybe.
These guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, for the mix of different levels of series licenses here, you know, this is a big pack. It's about half development, half Premier guys that have been here and run with each other for a long time. These guys all look like they've been running with each other for a long time. They're doing a great job.
Uh-oh, somebody's around.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. Commentator's curse, bud.
You're right. Oh, looks like it was maybe the 51 car. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like he got into the wall.
Let's see if we can get a better view of the crash here. Looks like maybe the 51 car, Jacob Benke, was involved. The 59 looks like he hit those bumps in 1 and 2, caught the wall, and come down the track and right rears the 51. Nowhere to go. Significant damage on the 51 as well as the 59. That's a bummer.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate to see for those guys. You know, I hate to see that.
Let's see if we can bring Jacob Benke up here and get his perspective on what happened. I mean, we know what happened, but... Jacob Benke, this is Kendall Kerr in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do. How are you guys?
Hey, so sorry for what just happened there, but take us through your perspective of that one.
Yeah, just hanging out back with the teammate, seeing if we can just keep the car cleaned for a finish towards the end of the race. But he got loose in the leaving 2 and just came down right into me and took me out, unfortunately.
So that was your teammate, Mr. Clark there?
Yep.
Dang, that's going to be an interesting post-race conversation.
Yeah, it looks like I got about 32 minutes of repair, so I'm probably done for the day.
I hate that for you, Jacob. Well, we appreciate you being in here, buddy, and at least we're running again on Thursday night at Bristol, so hopefully we'll see you then, and you can have a better run.
Yeah, I can't wait. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jacob. That's Jacob Benke, Clown Car Racing. We appreciate you coming up and talking with us a little bit. You know, he's probably not thrilled with what just went down, but it is what it is. It's all racing, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's short track racing. As much as this place drives like something different, it's still short track. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but it looks like the 65's on pit road with some tire damage on the right front. I don't know what happened there.
Uh-oh. Yeah, looked like maybe he got tight on exit or something and ran into the wall at some point, but he is showing 27th right now. And he was one, you said he jerked the wheel last minute and got some fresh tires, so that kind of put him back in traffic a little bit.
Yeah, maybe something happened back there and he got caught up in one of the restart scrums or something.
So Scott Zellner's up front right now with Alan Kunman in second. You see Tyler Rush in third. I'm not sure if Alan or Scott has pit yet this race, but I know Tyler Rush has already.
I did not know that. That's an interesting development.
Yeah, he was one of the, because remember, he was up there running about third or fourth, and then all of a sudden he was back there in the high teens, so he definitely came down pit road.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. He would have been one of those guys to drive down.
And these guys have just 2 tire sets tonight, and this place, it's not, you know, your Rockingham or Homestead with tires, but there's definitely some significant wear over long runs here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as some of the places, but there's a good bit of fall off. I mean, I know when I came out into the session earlier, I jumped in practice a little bit and was running on fresh tires and giving it everything I had. Actually ran my personal best in this car at the track and was gaining on Alan in the 2 car. And I asked him, I said, Alan, you know, how long of a run are you on that I'm keeping up with you? Because he's about a half a second faster than me on fresh tires. And he said 14 laps. So in 14 laps, Alan lost about 4.5 tenths.
Wow.
So it's still pretty significant fall off.
Well, I was trying to pull Scott Zellner up here for a quick interview. I don't think he would have minded, but I don't see him in Discord. So let's see if we can pull Kunman up here just super quick. Alan Kunman, this is Kendall Kerr and Dylan up here in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you real quick, man.
I know you guys are going green. These laps here at Iowa are so long, but just tell us about the strategy to stay out there.
Well, we pitted on that first caution.
Okay, you did pit then. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so looks like a couple other guys are on the same thing, so we're going to see what we can do here. Looks like we got a little bit of a cushion behind us.
All right, Alan, well, points leader coming in. Keep it smooth. It's been fun to watch you work your way from the back to the front. We'll send you back down to Hammer Down. Thank you, buddy.
And Floyd, man, y'all enjoyed the show.
And I usually don't like to interview people that quick to go into green, but I figured he wouldn't mind. He's had plenty of interviews.
Yeah, he's done this a time or two. He's all right. As long as he don't have to put himself back in his channel, we do it for him. He should be okay.
Yeah. Dylan, get him going.
All right, here we go. Scott Zellner bringing him down. He's got Alan coming on the outside. Tyler Rush, Connor Holden behind. Great start for the 4 car getting out there. Going to gap everybody here. And they're 3 wide. Victor's sending it on the outside of the 5 car into turn 1.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. Scott Zellner went right away. You can tell as soon as the pace car was down.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever. Oh, no! Connor and Alan get together. Ooh, and that could end up being big.
A lot of these guys actually look like they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's going to get it rowed down. Connor Holden immediately on the radio back there, apologizing to Alan.
This is an opportunity for some of these other guys that are a little further back in points if Alan has a bad night, but it didn't look like he had much contact there. I'm looking at the replay right now. It looks like Connor gets a little... Ooh! I don't know that was Connor's fault. It looked like it was kind of a racing deal. And man, some of these guys did a fantastic job avoiding this thing. And go on board with Adam Bossy. Oh, it switched here to Connor. I'm gonna see if I can get the 27 car's vantage point of this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't talk about the 0-0 anymore. He asked me how his hood damage was, and I was giving him a checkup. I told him the paint scraped off, but it's not bent. He said, "Good, get these ugly colors off my car." So we don't like the 0-0 car anymore.
And I was just looking at Adam Bossy. He did an unbelievable job missing that thing. Give
Yeah,
props to
Bossy,
him.
I've seen him avoid a heck of a lot of crazy crashes in practices and stuff. He's a very talented driver.
Yeah, and he's just starting on iRacing. I think he, man, I mean, he's got a bright future ahead of him here in the Highline
Yes,
League.
certainly. You know, I believe he comes from a motorsports background in the real world.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get his engineering degree.
Oh, he's better. I like what I see here. We got Steve got the old body shop and KOG Evolution car up to P6 right now.
Is that Tyler Rush in second?
That sure is.
I don't see him in Discord either. We could bring him up for an interview. Hopefully, we didn't jinx Allen.
I got
or
Zellner
throw
down
him
there
off,
if you
but-
want to try and bring Zellner up.
Yeah, bring Zellner up here. I didn't see him. Scott Zellner, Kendall and Dylan up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, got you, Kendall. How's it going?
Hey, man. Tell us about your night so far.
Oh man, it's been some intense racing. I've been had to start in the back there, being a Premier Series driver, and seems like a lot of these guys, 2-3 wide. You know, track's really racy. You know, it's got to pick and choose your battles here. I know those guys are coming for me on fresh tires, so see what we can do.
Did you pit early on, Scott?
I did pit under that first caution.
Okay, I think that was lap 12, so you're still all right. We run a lot of yellow laps here.
Yep, seems like that. Hopefully strategy comes through fruition. I don't think those guys can make it on fuel to the end of the race. So
Yeah, we tried asking Corey Blevins what the fuel was looking like. Do you have any read on that?
looking close to 50-ish laps.
Okay, so pretty much everybody's got to pit one more time.
Yep. Unless they're kings at saving fuel under these yellows, which is what I'm trying to do a little bit right now.
I hear you. You always got to be doing that. So tell us about the paint scheme. We hadn't seen you run that one yet.
No, honestly, first time running the development series, just kind of threw it together, a little bit of a mix of what I used to run in a Cup Series league. But proud to have Bridgestone on the card. Trying to go get them a win here.
Sometimes the simplest paint schemes are the best. I'm a 90s paint scheme fan, so it looks really good out there, Scott. So keep digging, my friend, and maybe we'll be talking to you here at the end. But you guys have done a great job putting on a good show so far. I think that rule with you guys starting in the back has been a real success.
Oh yeah, it's definitely making it pretty interesting football. The fans are enjoying it out there, seeing people slicing and dicing through the field.
All right, Scott, we'll go get them. We'll let you roll.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, so that was Scott Zellner. Of course, he races for Four Horsemen Racing in the Premier Series, as well as here in the Development Series, just part-time. He's a multi-time winner in the Premier Series. So he's going to have the restart here with Tyler Rush to his outside. Both those
I think
guys
this is going to be an interesting one. We got Victor in fourth right behind these guys. If either one of them has any kind of issue, you know they're going to be 3 wide in turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
And Ty Smith isn't any slouch here either, man. Don't be down him. The car doesn't look too fancy, like he's got one of these $1 million paint jobs like some of these guys, but he's a good driver. It's a quick car.
Yeah, I know Ty Smith, they were worried about making weight pre-race. We see Zellner, he gets a great launch here as Tyler Rush is able to fall in quickly. Whoa, Ty Smith did drift up the track a little bit. And Victor Valley goes underneath him. They're 3 wide already.
Not what I like to see when I got 2 of my cars sandwiching somebody else 3 wide coming off turn 2 at Iowa. That's a nerve-wracking.
Grayson Trexler is still dealing with those internet connectivity. Oh, Ty Smith is around, and it's a big one.
Save. How was your car?
Both of the Smiths taken out. Looks like Adam Bossy was caught up in it as well. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad.
Oh man, lots of cars scrambling. Everybody all over the track trying to get out of the way. Looks like 38 Don Beers got some damage.
Looks like this maybe started with the 5 car of Andy Siegel catching the back of the 18 there. Blevins took a hard hit as well. And Andy Siegel, I think, destroyed his car into the infield wall. We didn't see him finish up that crash. Maybe
I
not.
don't believe he hit the wall. I saw him catching it and saving it. Luckily, all that grass, there's that extra old pit road configuration there. You have a lot of chance
That's
to
a
save.
heck of a save, honestly. I thought for sure from the camera angle I was looking at that he was gone, but I see him there getting the back of the...
damage, it looks like. One of these quick cars, look like they got some damage here. It's unfortunate. Luckily, it's a short track. Hopefully, it's not the end of the day for these guys.
Ugh, I hate that for Ty Smith, who's up there running so good. New sponsor on the car this week.
Yeah, trying to bring up some money. Doing a good job getting us some screen time there. Unfortunate that that's what it led to. I think we need to just stop talking about how good people are doing. We're putting the commentators curse out for real.
Yeah.
There goes DJ Stagner around the outside. Looks like he's getting a lap back.
Well, that's one thing. I don't know how many he's down with the internet problem, but he's making up a lot of them right now. Let's see if Ty Smith, we could get a word in with him. And Ty Smith, this is Kendall Kerr and Dylan up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Ty, that car was looking great. You were up there running third, and it looked like maybe you got run over from behind. Tell us from your vantage point what happened out there.
Oh, man, well, tires are old, and just looked like I got dumped, to be honest. I mean, I know it was slower. I don't know if I checked up earlier than he expected, but, yeah, I don't know. It looks just like I got dumped.
Yeah, well...
Hate to hear that, man. Unfortunate.
How bad's the damage?
I have 2 minutes of optional. I'll probably get back out there.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Well,
I know
yeah.
New sponsor on the hood this week, so I know we were trying to give them some screen time, and
Yeah. I was happy to get them on camera. Really glad I didn't crush anyone in the race or anything. Like I crushed Ryan Potter in practice. So.
well,
Yeah.
it looked like maybe you got spanked there from behind, and it was unfortunate. It caught up a couple other guys there as well. So hopefully you'll get back out there and be able to finish this one off with a decent run here tonight, Ty. Appreciate you talking to us.
Yep. Thank you. Thank y'all.
And that's Ty Smith. Of course, he races for Granger Racing Team. He's going to be a guy that's, honestly, he's falling through the cracks right now with the way these points are running, similar to what DJ was. He kind of runs full-time here in the development, but he runs part-time up in the Premier Series, and he's going to have to qualify in through the duels for that Premier race, which we know how good of a super speedway racer he is. So it'll be fun to watch that.
I don't think him getting in will be much of an issue. I'm pretty confident in him, and he'll make his way into the race. But yeah, it's going to provide some excitement for. Hopefully, he's in the duel that I get to call. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, well, this is working out in Tyler Rush and Scott Zellner's favor because they can get one more yellow. He was saying the fuel mileage was right around 50. I think you'll see just about everybody come down pit road, and he'll be the leader.
Yeah, hey, if we can get maybe 2 or 3 laps in before we get another yellow, I definitely think everybody will come down and try and start playing the fuel mileage game.
Well, the panic button's starting to get pressed ever so slightly from some of those guys mid-pack as we've seen the aggression level get turned up. A couple incidents here, so hopefully they'll get it straightened out here and they can get a nice long run going. Looks like they're doubling up, so we're going to go green here next time by. And look who's creeping into the picture. We've mentioned him a couple of times, but that 3 car, Steve Rada, running 4th place right now.
Yeah, Steve's been keeping his nose clean and just kind of minding his own business. If he can not get swallowed up by a couple of these guys and get settled in, he's got the capabilities to put this thing in a nice position to bring home a good finish for us. Lots of body shop and SP Designs blue out there in the field tonight. You love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. You're almost like TRD stacking up the field, just gonna run out of spots up top. Why don't you get them going again this time, Dylan?
Alrighty, let's go. Scott Zellner once again leading him down. He's going to come up a little higher, it looks like, here this time. And little hesitation in the restart zone this time. He's really milking it. Finally takes off on him, and we're off. Victor Valley all over him, though. I don't think the hesitation helped him at all. These guys are going to swallow him up.
I wonder, honestly, if he waited so long that the green flag came out there, because those guys got a great jump, 3rd, 4th spot. As we see Tyler Rush stuck in the middle right now. Those old tires not working too well for him.
Grayson Trex, a big move to the inside, trying to get around Steve Rada off of 4 here. Ooh,
Dylan,
Steve a little loose.
Dylan Smith stayed out there with his damage, and it doesn't seem to be affecting him too bad, so that's good. Look who's creeping into the picture there, the 00. Tyler Snyder making it 3 wide down low.
Yeah, once again, two of my cars 3 wide. Hate to see it. Really hate to see it. And Victor, Scott's going to go to the outside, it looks like, to try and keep the momentum in because he sees the 16 car coming up in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, it's some of these guys still with fresh tires compared to the guys up front. Always makes for an interesting restart.
And we got behind Tyler Snyder, Dylan Smith. We got Dylan Poteet here working his way into the picture for the first time tonight. That's another one of our SP Motorsports developmental guys here. He's going to be trying to race his way into the Daytona event through the duels.
And man, Ryan Potter's car looks so similar to
Ooh,
Dylan
the 5
Wedgwood.
very out of shape right there in front of all these guys.
Yeah, they're 3 wide again. Andrew Baker up there, stuck up high. Ryan Potter in the middle.
This is a mess. You talk about that 99 there. That's the, I believe that's the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation on board with the 99 this week. So shout out to those guys and all their hard work.
Yeah, we know Dylan Turner, friend of the league, works for those guys, keeping the drivers safe up there in Pennsylvania. We appreciate their hard work.
Yeah, being a native Pennsylvanian.
They're 3 wide right around
man,
Steve.
Tyler and Steve, not wasting any time. They're both trying to get around Tyler Rush.
Oh, man. They're going to take it 3 wide. And this is what Iowa can provide right here.
Yep, 3 completely different racing lines, 3 different runs off and into these corners. And look at Tyler Snyder power move up.
That was an aggressive move. It worked for him.
And Steve crossing over, going to go down and try it the Tyler Snyder way and go to the bottom here. Looks like he might be able to get around the 72. Not quite. Still a big gaggle even behind these guys. It seems like that's where a lot of the tires are meeting up. The older guys and the fresh tire guys, and there's quite a gaggle back there.
Steve got loose on exit, but was able to hold on to it.
Yeah, very nice save. He keeps having that. It's looks like off of 4 mostly. Like he likes to get up on that high side, but that car wants to step out on him a little bit.
It's not an easy car to save. This ARCA car on the exit of 4 getting loose there.
No, definitely not. I got about a 58% save ratio, so I've been it a lot of the time here. So I respect.
Oh,
the,
Will got
the
tight
save.
down there, and Potter did a nice job moving up the track. So we see the 78 car making his way up through the field. Those fresh tires are paying huge dividends right now.
Yeah, he got a little damage earlier. Got run over from behind on one of the initial caution flags there. And, he was pretty nervous about it, but the team got it patched up.
Crossover. So Will's got it 3 wide with Dylan Smith. He gets into him and then touches him again. And Brad Kress has got nowhere to go.
Oh, and the bad luck, it just finds Brad Kress. It never fails.
He's got that Toby Wedgwood luck.
Yeah, he might be the Toby of the developmental series. Poor guy. I hate to say it.
Man, he had nowhere to go. That started way in front of him. Looked like Will Riker got into the side of Dylan Smith, got him sideways, and then you see it so many times. It's that second contact that just sends the car head on into the wall.
Yeah, big impact.
Here's the impact again. Will into Dylan. It's the second bump. The 44 just sneaks by, and the 29 of Brad Kress has nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Nothing he could do there. Just got to kind of take your lick at that point and, pack it up, try again. Actually, later this week, not next week, as we're going double headers this weekend.
Oh, yeah. That is one good thing, is it's not such a long layover. Here's what Brad Kress saw this accident.
Watching the replay here, we got pit road, everybody coming down. Looks like everybody in the front is going to come down. And yep, looks like we got maybe 1 or 2 cars staying out. Everybody going to come down and get gas, because this will put us within the window to make it to the end of the race.
Yeah, let me know who stayed out there, because I just saw everybody pulling down pit road.
We have the 34, the 2 are still on track right now.
Okay, Andrew Baker and Alan Kunman playing a little bit
Andrew
different
Baker,
strategy.
Alan Kunman, their strategy. They pulled off a few laps earlier than everybody else to pit, so I'm wondering if maybe they think they might be close enough to try and stretch it here, or if they think they'll
A couple
just
of
get
guys
under yellow.
beat Scott Zellner out of the pits. Saw Grayson Trexler and Steve beat him out. I don't know if he was getting a little bit of damage fixed or what. Or maybe those
It
guys
could have
took
been.
2 tires. I don't know.
Maybe that could be 2. Maybe they're confident enough in the tires that they just want to get 2.
Well, let's see if we can get Dylan Smith up here. I know he's got to be frustrated, but his mic is on mute like Brad's was earlier, so we'll try it, but I can't guarantee anything. Dylan Smith, this is Dylan Body and Kendall Kerr in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Hey, man, it looked like you were so fast early in this race and just unfortunate luck the rest of the way. How bad is the damage from that one?
That's 2.5 minutes still left on this car. I don't know. After the first caution, second caution, me and the 16, we both pit, and it was a good pit road battle, and then we come out and we're behind 6 cars, and then they immediately spin in front of us, nearly catch me first time, nearly catch 16 that time, and then second time they catch me, and it's really frustrating, but
yeah, it's bad luck. It looked like maybe the 7 car caught you in the rear, and it was that second contact that sent you into the fence, and then literally nothing the 29 could have done to avoid you. We rode on board with him during the replay, and hate it for you, Dylan. I know you've been due one here, but at least we've got a quick turnaround to Bristol, and hopefully you can salvage a good run here tonight.
Here's hoping. It's even smaller there, and if we can't get a loose race car around here, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to have to do there. It's got a very similar feel to it in that if you got the right line for it, it can be fast. But a lot of people are running the midline here. Not too many people are running the bottom line. It just feels really different.
Well, Dylan, we appreciate you talking with us, and hopefully you can salvage this and sneak into the top 10 here before it's all said and done.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Dylan Smith. He's been fast all season long. We appreciate him coming up and talking to us for after being involved in a couple incidents that really weren't his fault.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you got to pull these guys up right after they get wrecked. You're begging for a hot mic incident there, Kendall.
Hey, the idea is to just get perspective of the guys that were there firsthand.
All right, so in that sequence, while we were talking to Dylan Smith, the 34 of Andy Baker pulled off and went ahead and got some tires and gas, it looks like. So we're going to have Alan coming in first. Right? Yes, he did stay out and lead a lap. Right. And my boy Matt Owens in the SP Designs Toyota Camry on the outside here. We're going to get to see what he can do up front. Nice. Hopefully he doesn't have any issues here and embarrass himself. I would hate that for him. I'm sure he's really excited to be up here. He's been taking his time, being patient, kept the car clean all night, avoided all the nonsense, and now he's got himself in a spot here where he might have a chance to do something.
And in third spot right now is Jeff Morash. We hadn't talked about him a whole lot tonight, but pretty clean car, and he's got it running up front when it counts.
Yep, got a nice clean paint scheme on there. Body looks good. Everything's clean. Props to some of these guys. We haven't really seen them. They've been kind of marred back in the field, but there's been a lot of mess back there. And to see all this many cars appear up here in the front clean is impressive.
Yeah, it looks like they're going really, really slow. The pace car's down. And we'll see when Alan wants to press the loud pedal. There he goes. Looks like he caught Matt sleeping, and Victor's going to pass Matt on the outside. Victor had a great restart. He's almost up to second.
Victor was ready. It's almost like he had a microphone in Alan's car and could hear him hit the throttle before everybody else.
That's going to pay off huge because he's already cleared everybody. There's no mess behind him. Now, there's a lot of mess behind him. No mess in front of him is what I meant to say.
Yeah. Victor closing in, setting his sights on the 2 car.
Oh, Steve caught the wall.
Yeah, him and Matt were having a little bit of an intense battle there. It looks like they got into each other a little bit. Hate to see it for the team. We were 4 out of the top 5 there for a heartbeat.
Steve did something that most drivers would not do there. It was a very polite move. He just kept that car up against the wall the entire length of the front stretch. You know, if he'd have jerked the wheel down, he probably would have taken out a couple people.
Yeah, he's props to that guy. Steve's a good guy. He's probably not happy about being stuck in the wall and hitting it off the corner there, but he's not going to take anybody else out when he can avoid it. He's definitely got some racecraft, and we appreciate that.
Right now, I'm looking at the battle with Dylan Poteet, Grayson Trexler, and Tyler Snyder. Those guys have got a 3-way battle for that position with Tyler Rush and Scott Zellner right behind.
They're going to be almost 3 wide off of Ford. Poteet almost loses it.
You know me, I always keep the sim racing apps on the most exciting camera angle, and there's so many battles on the track right now, it's jumping around all over the place.
It doesn't know where it needs to be.
As we see,
Drexler
the
waits in no
outside
time.
line is really kind of prevailing right now. Saw Trexler get around Snyder and Dillon able to hold his position up there. And now we see
Ooh,
Tyler Rush
Dillon-
trying to make
Tyler
a
Rush
move.
almost get into it there. Yeah, this is that point of the field here where it seems like we always get a good gaggle and a good blanket of cars having a race, and we got another one as they're going 2 and 3 wide again as Zellner sneaks into the picture and Dylan Wedgwood right behind him.
Yep, and up front, it's still Alan Cutman. He's got an 0.8 of a second advantage over the 16 of Victor Valley. Matt.
Oh, Tyler Rush against Dylan Poteet. They both save it
did
somehow.
a great job saving that.
Amazing work on the wheel there, boys. Way to save it.
And we see the 44s up in the wall. Also able to save it, and Dalton Beer doing a nice job avoiding them. But yeah, I had the camera focused right on Tyler Rush and Dylan Poteet there as they did kind of synchronized spins, and both able to save it. As the 44 car just got tapped and went around, and unfortunately for him went to the bottom of the track, and that's not going to throw a yellow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You hate to see that for him. Not what he wanted. It's good for the rest of the field. We hate to see a bunch of yellows. We've been needing to run, but it's unfortunate. And it looks like Allen's got this thing under control here. Victor doesn't look like he's really gaining anything on him. Actually, Allen's gaining about 1/10 and a half a lap, it looks like.
Got to give a call to the 54 car of Grayson Trexler as well. Another nice run for him in the 3rd spot. As we see Tyler Snyder trying to follow his wheel tracks.
Yeah, Tyler been putting himself slowly back into position here, working his way through all this traffic, got through that gaggle safely somehow. And he's right back up here. Oh, yeah, P4 now, trying to work with Grayson and follow him all the way up here to these front 2. But the gaggle's closing back in on Tyler, too. The 4 car's coming, and the rest of these guys, I'm sure once the 4 gets to Tyler, they'll start racing. The rest of these cars will be right back up on him.
Yeah, right behind the 4 car is kind of where everything starts. It looks like right there with Matt Owens and Tyler Rush now gathered himself up and making another run after that great save. And that's Dylan Wedgwood in the 17. Had a lot of time away from the seat, but it's been a nice run for him here tonight.
Yeah, Cam Beckett's been having a pretty nice smooth run. Looking nice and steady. We're going to have to give him a little bit of hell about his numbers on the side of the car. They're a little hard to read.
Yeah, you're not kidding there. When he posted, I was like, man, that's a cool sponsor. No, the 72 and 48 made a slight contact. His 17 was in the perfect spot to capitalize. He takes 2 in
right
one
in
turn.
the right lane. Just kept on doing his thing. Didn't even have to hesitate or lift or nothing.
We're down to just 30 laps to go.
Yeah, out of nowhere, and Zellner's caught Tyler Snyder, and he's looks like he's gonna make quick work of him here in 1 and 2.
Hey, you know who else is really fast right now? Is the 54 car, Grayson Trexler. He's actually cut the lead of Alan Cunman down to almost a second and a half.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time. He's almost up on the back bumper of Victor Valley. He's only got about 6 or 8 car lengths distance between them now. And then I imagine Victor will probably let him go by, because it doesn't look like he's got anything for the 2 right now.
And a little further back, I'm looking at the 34 car and the 5 and the 27, kind of in a 3-car battle right now. Adam Bossie's had some really bad luck tonight. See him just kind of nursing the 27 car. Damage doesn't look that bad, but I have to imagine there's probably some engine damage with the way that car seems to be driving right now.
Yeah, say if it looks that clean and it's that far back, it's definitely not a skill thing. It's got to be something hurting under the hood that we can't see from up here.
A little further ahead, one of your drivers, Matt Owens, we saw him on the outside there of Ryan Potter. Thought it might have been Dylan Wedgwood, but his paint schemes are really similar. As Matt Owens is able to hold the position for now.
Definitely a little hard to tell.
Got a battle for second.
Yeah, 3-wide battle it looked like there for a
Something
second.
must have happened to Victor.
Yeah, it looks like Victor got into the wall. I see some scuff on the right side of the car.
And Zellner was able to get around Grayson Trexler. Don't look now, you mentioned him. Scott Zellner might be the fastest car on the track.
Yeah, God is flying right now. He's got that thing on a rail.
So 2 different white cars with single-digit black numbers. top 2 right now.
You know, it seems to be a trend tonight. There's a couple white cars that seem to always be around each other. A couple of those SP blue cars are always around. Those yellow cars always seem to be around each other. It's been a trend tonight.
Right now we're looking out the back of Alan Cunman. You can see how far it is back there. It's not a half a straightaway. Scott Zellner, so he's got some work to do, but I think Zellner's done a little bit better job of saving the tires in this run, but I guess it remains to be seen.
Yeah, we'll get a little update here as they come across the line, see if there's any time difference there. Zellner got about a 10th and a half that lap. Not a lot, but I think he'll be able to get there if he can keep it dialed in if this thing goes green. And another thing is Alan going to have enough gas? He's on that different pit strategy too, I believe. Oh, no, I think he came down under that last one, top off.
See Tyler Snyder.
No, he wasn't. He was the only car who didn't come down and top off during that last caution. So this might get interesting, Kendall.
You're right about that. Tyler Snyder is able to complete the pass for 3rd, so it's taken a bunch of laps,
burn
but
up what he had.
the top 3 now remain Premier Series winners.
And you know, Zellner's consistent. He got another 10th and a half that lap. Let's see what he gets this time around. Only about a 10th, but still, he's consistently gaining.
Yeah, he's definitely gaining. We saw just a second ago he was 1.8 seconds back on this clock I'm looking at. Now it's down to 1.25.
Yeah, I got my personal monitor over here, riding on the onboard camera with Scott right now, watching him close in on Alan.
And you know when you can see that car right in front of you, especially with it being the leader, it's so motivating to push.
Yeah, you just want to push as hard as you can and get there as quick as you can, but there's still 19 laps to go, and they come around this time. But it looks like Alan might have had an issue there. It looks like Scott got a big run on it for 3 and 4.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Alan is actually doing any kind of fuel saving right now. I'm riding right in his cockpit right now, and we'll figure it out.
Certainly going to be the interesting thing is he's got to be saving, Kendall. There's a lot of on the entry to the corner. He looks like he gives up a lot. He's maintaining the gap though.
See Alan trying to take it all the way down there to the yellow line, and he's having a little bit of handling issues, not able to keep it there, but I know that white car in the mirror is getting bigger, and you know he sees them.
Yeah, nothing else there. You know, he's definitely seeing it getting bigger and bigger. Luckily, it's slowed down. It's not getting bigger at the rate it was a few laps ago, but still going to be making you nervous, especially if you're worried about the fuel mileage.
Look at Dylan Wedgwood making his way right now. He's looking underneath Grayson Trexler for 4th spot.
Yeah, you know, he's been minding his P's and Q's, taking care of his equipment, and now it's time to go. He's going.
A little further back, I'm looking at, somebody just got the wall. I think it was maybe the 24 again. I think there was some contact.
Yeah, it looks like somebody, I'm hearing on driver chat, maybe somebody came down across someone's line. Oh, yeah, Dylan Smith said he got loose on exit.
Like, that was weird. Looking at the replay here again. Oh, the 78 was high. Yep, that's what happened. 24 got loose. A little bit of net code in that. The 5 and him got together.
I'm hearing some of the drivers on the driver chat saying it's raining in turn 3.
Well, this is going to be interesting to see if Alan can make it the rest of the way. Talk about a stressful series of events. You're leading the race. Your tires are a little bit worse than the guy behind you. You're trying to conserve gas, maintain that lead.
Yeah, this is just about everything that could aid you a little bit more as a race car driver. It's all happening at once to Alan Cunman right now.
I think most importantly, he's got to be concerned with that championship. You know, if he runs out of gas, he's looking at finishing in the 20s.
Yeah, that's a big time hit to a guy who's got a small gap lead over some guys who are showing that they might be real contenders here in the long run.
And you always got Talladega around the corner, so anything can happen there too.
Yep, that race could end very well or very badly. And if you have a mulligan here, you you lose the ability to really have Talladega be one if you need it to be. And if that ends up being a bad race too, you could be out of it in no time.
So we're coming to 12 laps to go. So there's no question Scott Zellner is going to get to Allen's bumper. Question is, how patient is he going to be with Tyler Snyder back there, kind of reeling them both back in?
How in the way are these lap cars going to be? Because I see a steady stream of cars up here. Once it looks like by the time Scott gets to Allen, there might be lap traffic to contend with.
Yep, you can see him in the picture. I've got the onboard with Scott Zellner right now. Allen a little loose up before.
Scott's just being patient. He's not pushing. He's not really trying to capitalize on anything. He's just doing his thing. Can't just box up and everything. About 10 laps here. He's just riding. You know, let Allen come to him. He doesn't have to do anything differently just because Allen makes a pop.
Scott's running about 1 lane lower for 3 and 4 than Allen is. And that really paid off that time. He gained about
like a really slow lap car up here going to be in the way. Looks like it might be.
So for the folks at home, put yourself right here in Scott Zellner's shoes. You're trying to reel in the leader with 10 laps to go, and you've got to predict what some of these development guys right in front of them are going to do that you don't have a whole lot of experience racing around. This is a pretty stressful situation, too.
Yeah, so what I said a few minutes ago about all the things that could stress out Allen, I lied. Now all of the things that could stress out Allen are happening.
That's exactly right, as he's catching him in a bad spot.
Yeah, and it's not good for Scott. You don't want to catch him in a spot where you can't do anything with him, because then you don't.
Ooh, the 59 car put himself in the wall to get out. That was nice of him.
Very, very kind move. Shout out to the 59 there. You know, you hate to have to do that, but way to take a bullet for the battle for the win here.
And it looks like Tyler Snyder had a pretty bad lap there a couple laps ago and lost a couple of tenths to the battle up front. So it's definitely between Zellner and Kunman right now with 8 laps to go.
Yep, and Zellner is there. He's got a pretty good run off of 4 here. He might be able to get into the inside into turn 1 here.
These guys have a lot of experience racing against each other. They've been members of the Highline Racing League since its inception on iRacing. So
what a move by Zellner. Swung it wide and braked early.
And he's there. They're side by side. They got the 5 car of Andy Siegel to deal with. It's not going to play a factor. Allen gets the run up high. 6 laps to go.
Yeah, already out of nowhere. 6 to go.
I just wish we knew if we had the answer if Allen could make it to the end.
I know. I wish I had a camera in the car that showed me the fuel gauge.
Allen's doing a good job. He knows I think if Zellner gets by him, he'll drive away from him. But we talked about it's easy to get side by side here. It's a whole different thing to pass him.
Yeah, and finishing the pass has been very difficult to do.
And Zellner's one of the cleanest drivers out there. If you take a look at Zellner's incident reports for the season, I think the only person that had lower than him was James McKee, and Jimmy missed quite a few races this season. So he's not probably going to rough him up for the win, but never know. I guess stay tuned. We'll see what happens here. As Kunman stretched it out to half a second again.
Yeah, but he was giving it a lot off of 4 there. He all but had it in the wall. You kind of saw him jerk down off the wall there off of 4.
We're seeing Scott Zellner kind of take a couple deep breaths here. We got 4 laps to go. Try and get ready to make one final run here at Allen Kunman.
I'm starting to see a lot of cars pitting. That makes me nervous.
Yeah, we see the 15s down headed towards pit road. I think he was on the same strategy as Allen.
And I think he was too. I didn't want to say it, but...
Man, 78 down there on pit road too?
Yeah, looks like we got another one merging up here as we come down the back stretch.
Oh, Matt Owens, it's all your cars.
I know. They were running too good too early.
Zellner's going to get a big run off 4 here. He's up high. Ooh,
and Allen gets loose.
No,
here we go.
He's
going to be in position.
Does he think he's out of gas? He pulled it to the inside. Allen Kunman has run out of gas.
Oh, no. 2 laps short.
I'm bummed that's going to rob us of a great battle to the finish.
Hey, that was a great. How often do you get a 25, 30 lap green flag run where it's actually interesting the whole time, though?
White flag's out for Scott Zellner. And I've talked to Scott quite a bit after some of our Premier Series races, and he misses these ARCA cars. So He's not as big of a fan of the Xfinity car, so I'm sure he was thrilled to come down here and run really, really well tonight. And he's going to take it through 3 and 4. No pressure from behind from Tyler Snyder. And Scott Zellner, for the first time in a long time, he's going to go to victory lane.
Yep, and I believe that's keeps us on our streak of every race winner being different. No repeat winnership.
That's correct. And I think when me and you were broadcasting and producing these races, they seem to work out better.
Yeah, we seem to get some pretty great finishes, Kendall. Maybe we need to stay up here in the booth.
No, we see Tyler up there congratulating. It's going to end up being a great points night for Tyler. We just got done talking about how Alan needed to finish the race. If he finished second, he's going to end up 19th, Dylan.
Oh, no. That's unfortunate for Alan. That's not what you wanted to see.
So 19th, we'll get a word in with him before the end of this thing. And right now we're watching Scott Zellner. He's going to burn him down.
Oh, and I just got a text from my driver, Dylan Poteet. I saved a set for nothing. We would go green to the end.
Man, he at one point in the race is up there in the top 5. Did he end up 11th again?
No, 15th. Finally not 11th.
Unfortunately, the wrong direction, though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, let's pull Zellner up here. You know he's going to be fired up. Scott Zellner, it's Dylan and Kendall in the booth. Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, man, thanks a lot.
Hey, we were just talking about how you're a big fan of these ARCA cars. You missed them. Of course, the championship came in these cars, and your return marks another return to victory lane. Just walk us through the finish of that race.
Oh, man, I tell you what, that was setting up to be one heck of a battle between me and Alan. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think if he didn't run out of fuel, I don't think I was going to catch him. You know, I had that one run going in 3 and 4 down on the bottom, and seeing Andy up there, one of the lap cars, kind of mess with my peripheral vision, and that was kind of my only shot, man. But you know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I'd say. I even talked to you guys about it under that yellow flag that fuel mileage was going to be pretty big. So just really happy to be back here in victory lane. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. You're such a clean racer. It's great to see somebody like yourself get back there. And heck, this might be the mojo that propels you to a great start to the Premier Series moving forward here when we get to that in March.
Oh yeah, I'm really hoping so. Yeah, us guys at Four Horsemen Racing, we had a pretty down year, I'd say. Got caught up in a lot of wrecks, but we're ready to rock and roll for the Premier Series, and stay tuned for a big announcement from the FHR organization in the upcoming weeks.
Awesome. Well, we'll be looking forward to that.
We like the sound of that.
Zellner, who you got to thank for the run out there here tonight at Iowa?
Just like it's big shout out to Four Horsemen Racing. I know a lot of the guys couldn't make it tonight, but it was fun to hop back in these ARCA cars during the off season. Shout out to Highline Media, SP Designs, Red Bomb Graphics, all those guys that make this league happen. Racing Warehouse. Just I know I'm forgetting some people, but I'm just so happy to be back here in victory lane.
Well, awesome, Scott. We were happy to see you win it. Hey, we'll be talking to you real soon, I'm sure. Enjoy this one tonight, and take care, buddy.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Hope you had fun up there in the booth.
Sure did. All right, so that is Scott Zellner, your winner tonight, and he's selling himself short. I think he could have made one run there at Allen, but
I think he might have had something for him. He might not have got there, but he'd have made it interesting. We'd have gave us a finish for sure.
Let's get Alan up here in the booth. I know he's not going to be very happy with what transpired. Alan, it's Kendall and Dylan up here in the booth. Tell us, that was heartbreak there watching you run out of gas. Me and Dylan were just talking about it, how we were robbed of not only a great finish, but, man, that point lead's going to take a big hit after that.
Yeah, no, man, I don't know. With about 20 laps to go, I was 2.5 laps to the good, and then it ended up being a lap and a half short. So I don't know what went wrong.
That's unfortunate, man. We hate to hear it. It was a hell of a run, man. We really were starting to talk. We didn't know if he had anything for you or not. It looked like he could get to you, but he didn't look like he was going to be able to get around you.
I tell you what, man, it was going to come down to a great finish. I can tell you that. Scott is a really good racer. He's a hard driver too. So we probably would have had a photo finish if I didn't run out.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
certainly
I think
shaping up to be
so.
a hell of a finish.
Did the lap cars have anything to do with your ability to hold them off?
No, I really didn't. We really didn't hit lap traffic until maybe 6, 7 laps to go. And I think we only got around 3, but we had 2 that were side by side. But those guys did a great job staying to the top and the bottom and just let me and Scott go. So I appreciate those guys, moving out of the way for that.
Well, Alan, that's going to make our job as announcers a lot more fun. You've got the wild card of Talladega thrown in there, and then I know losing easy 18 points tonight on your end of things. It was such a mistimed caution there for you, where you were just on the outside of the fuel mileage. You did do a better job than most of the guys in saving, because they were down on pit road a couple laps before you, but unfortunately for you, it just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, under that last caution that we had, I was just clutching it the whole time, trying to save as much as I could, because I knew it was going to be close if we went green, which is what ended up happening. But I guess I didn't save enough.
All right, Alan. Well, who you got to thank? You had a great run out there tonight, and we appreciate you coming up here and talking to us. And car looked great, just wasn't meant to be today.
Yeah, maybe next time. No, I just want to thank all the guys for showing up. I think this might have been the biggest field we had so far. Thank you guys for putting this stuff on. And thanks to Scott. Me and him were nose to tail pretty much all race. And, me and him, we always race good together. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, Alan. Well, quick turnaround. We head to Bristol here on Thursday, so good luck there. I'm sure we'll get a word with you on Thursday night. And don't feel too bad. You still got a pretty big points lead there, buddy.
We'll see how it shakes out. But yeah, man, we'll see y'all on Thursday.
All right, so that's Alan Kunman. Unfortunately, doesn't bring home the win tonight, but nevertheless, a great run from our points leader. Just unfortunately comes up a little bit short on gas. So let's see if we can get Tyler Snyder up here. Tyler ended up second here tonight, so actually I don't even see him
heck
in
of an
chat.
effort from Tyler. I appreciate him
there he
putting
is.
on there for the team.
Tyler, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Dylan.
Way to
Dylan,
stay
why don't you-
consistent there
Yeah.
with it, buddy. You were all over the place. You were in the back, you were in the front, you were in the middle, you were half sideways. There were cars wrecking around you. You were dive bombing under people 3 wide. What the heck happened there, man? Take me through it.
Well, honestly, for starts, I'm just really happy to finish a race at Iowa, let alone finish it second. But it was just kind of strategy was all over the place. Really, our team chat was going crazy all race with when do we take our tires? When do we think we're going to get a run? Me and Victor there, we both pitted on that last caution, and he didn't take tires and I did. It was kind of, we were just everybody was all over the place. The strategy was wild, so I'm just kind of happy it worked out for me.
Yeah, it certainly worked out. You ended up being in the right spot, man. Alan runs out of gas, and you come home second. That's a heck of a finish, man. You're getting bounced back on the upswing again.
Yeah, I needed a good finish after the Roval and some rough races here. Hopefully can slowly crawl back into the points here before this season ends. Yeah, I'm just really excited to finish second at my worst track.
Yeah, it was certainly good. I don't if this is your worst track, I'd hate to see what your good ones are. That's all I have to say, man. You were certainly quick out there all night.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. All because I had a good looking race car. So
I
Yeah,
was just gonna say who you got to thank for that run.
well, Dylan, obviously, body shops, making me some great looking paint schemes. We're gonna have a new release coming here soon that I'm really excited for. The Racing Warehouse, you guys for putting this thing on. Wall riding, me and Bucky's podcast, SP Designs. God, there's a lot of people to go through. But just everybody that's a part of this league and everything they do. Just really thankful that people come on board for this.
All right, well, that's the thoughts of Tyler Snyder. Finishes second tonight, and don't blink twice, because he's back in the thick of things when it comes to the points championship for this development series here.
Uh-oh. It's not what everybody else wants to hear, but I'm sure that's what he wants.
All right, so let's get one more in here. Dylan Wedgwood brought it home third. Fantastic run for him. Dylan, you got a copy? It's Kendall and Dylan Body up here in the booth.
Yeah, what's up?
Dylan, first time behind the wheel in weeks, and you come home with a podium finish. Tell us about your night in the 17 car.
Yeah, I'm just happy to. I was gonna be happy to get a top 10 at the beginning of the night because I knew I was fast. But yeah, I'm just happy I kept it clean. Started from the back, obviously, and drove her all the way through. I missed a couple wrecks by a few inches, but just happy to bring it home clean, man.
Well, we certainly missed racing with you. I'm sure your brother's probably proud of you bringing it home third. And are we going to see you back again at Bristol on Thursday?
Absolutely. Bristol's my best track.
Oh,
Awesome.
don't look
Good.
now.
We're
17
excited.
car might be a sleeper pick there. So who you got to thank for your third place run tonight?
Just all you guys for putting this on. Everybody for showing up. My new team, Hammer Down Motorsports. We just kind of threw it together in practice this week, and Alan helped me out with a few tips, and I think he's who I can attribute the third place finish to the most.
Well, Alan had some unfortunate luck. He and Scott Zellner were going toe-to-toe for the last 10 laps or so, but we saw him sputter coming with 2 laps to go and unfortunately run out of gas, but it's going to make a really exciting points chase down the line here to finish this development series off. So give Alan our best wishes, and great run out there tonight, Dylan. Real proud to see the 17 car finish at a podium spot tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, awesome
right.
run, bud.
So that was Dylan Wedgwood makes his return here to the Highline Racing League with a third place finishing position. So
Yeah, who'd have saw that coming, man? What a run! Kept it clean all night, put it in the right spot when he needed to. Awesome run, awesome way to come back. That's how you come back to a series after a hiatus, right there.
Well, before we go down the running order one time, just wanted to show a quick video here. So bear with me 1 second. And that, of course, was our preview for the Highline Premier Series that's coming here in March. Huge announcement that we had. Apologize for that. The Coca-Cola Series video is coming up next there, and I guess that was their preview there. So, yeah, but anyways, the Premier Series is going to be coming to the Highline Media Network here for the duels in on March 11th. So that's going to be an exciting show. A few spots up for grabs from these development guys here to get into the Premier Series race that starts the season at Daytona. It's going to be a thriller. I know we'll have Bucky Burt. I know we'll have Dylan Body, Toby Wedgwood, myself will all be splitting up the duels so that we can run in one and announce the other. And should be a thriller. Yeah, I can't wait for it. I already miss it. And, there's been a lot of requests to run Daytona, and we're finally going to do it. And I think we're going to do it exactly the way that we need to as well. So let's get through the running order here, and then we'll be off to Bristol on Thursday. Quick turnaround, so there's going to be something to watch and something to look forward to here real quick. But Scott Zellner goes back to victory lane tonight in the 4 car. It was great to see. Second spot ends up being Tyler Snyder. Third goes to Dylan Wedgwood. Fourth, a nice run for Will Reichert. Fifth place goes to Victor Valley. Sixth place, Grayson Trexler. Seventh was Corey Blevins. Eighth was Ryan Potter. And ninth was Tyler Rush. 10th place was Andrew Baker. Yeah, so it was a great race tonight. We saw a few wrecks early, and they ended on a long green flag run. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get the battle that we were all hoping for, but sometimes it's just not meant to be. But Scott Zellner gets a well-deserved victory, and who knows, maybe we'll see him again on Thursday, but I really look forward to seeing what these guys can do at Bristol here just 2 days from now. Well, we appreciate everybody joining us. Scott Zellner's your winner here from Iowa Speedway. For Dylan Body, I'm Kendall Kerr, and y'all have a great night.